Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to define the locus of point with given constraints of the mechanism. So let us understand another problem of the loci of point. In the mechanism shown in figure, so the figure is already given. In the mechanism shown in figure, the connecting rod is constrained to pass through the trunnion at D. So as we know that this is BC is the connecting rod and it is constrained to pass through a trunnion at D. So it is constrained to pass through a trunnion D. Trace the locus of the end point C. So we have to trace the locus of end point C and a point P on BC for one complete revolution of the crank. In figure, consider AB as 30 mm. So we have to take AB is equal to 30 mm. So let us say that the crank AB will rotate in the clockwise direction for one complete revolution. So AB is a crank. BC will be our connecting rod. And we have to find out the locus of point C and locus of point P, and the distance of point P from B is given. It is equal to 25 mm. So the B to P distance will be equal to 25 mm, BC will be equal to 140 mm, and AB is equal to 30 mm. So first of all, complete this figure showing the mechanism, or copy this figure showing the mechanism. The trunnion is set over here 70 mm from the center of the rotation of the crank and 12 mm from the axis of the center of rotation of the crank, 12 mm offset from the axis of the rotation of the crank. So this is trunnion, and let us understand what is trunnion. Let us say that this is connecting rod and this is the point of the trunnion. So if we will rotate the crank in the clockwise direction, the trunnion will, or the connecting rod will pass from the trunnion like this. So at each position the connecting rod will pass from point D like this. So we can say that this is the trunnion mechanism. Now let us draw the locus of point C and locus of point B using this mechanism. So if we want to find out the locus of point C and locus of point B, let us first of all draw the locus of point B. So for that we have to measure AB and we have to draw a circle like this. So this will be the locus of point B. Now let us consider this point as B1. This point will be B2 position of the crank. This will be the B3 position of the crank, B4, B5 position of the crank, B6, B7 position of the crank, and B8 position of the crank. Now we have to find out the locus of point P and point D. So first of all, draw lines from B2 to D, passing from D, from B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. Draw a line passing through point D from B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8. So first of all, draw that lines. B2 to D, B3 to D, B4 to D, B4 to D, now B5 to D, B6 to D, B7 to D, and B8 to D. Now let us first of all draw the locus of point C. So for that, measure P1 to, let us say that this point is C1. So we have already got the locus of C measuring from B1. Now from B2, follow this line, this particular line, and give an arc over here. So this will be C2. Put your rounder on B3, follow this line. So this is P3. Now put your rounder on B4, follow this line. This will be B4. Now put your rounder on B5, follow this line. This will be B5. Put your rounder on B6, follow this particular line. This will be point B6. Put your rounder on B7, follow this line. This will be B7. Put your rounder on B8, follow this line. This will be B8. Now draw the freehand curve passing through this point, which gives us the locus of point P. So this will be the locus of C. Sorry, it is C, so we have given the name wrongly. This is C1, C2, here it will be C3, this is C4, C5, C6, this is C7, and this is C8. Now we have to draw the locus of P also. So for that, measure B to P, and let us say that this point is P1. Put your rounder on B2, give an arc on the line B2 C2. So this will be P2 point on B3. Over here, this will be P3 point, B4. Over here, this point will be P4, P5. Over here, this will be P6. This will be P7, and this point will be P8. Now draw the freehand curve passing through these points P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P1, P2, P3, P4, P4 will be over here, P5, P6, P7, P8, and P1. So this will be locus of point P. So these are the example of slider crank mechanism, and this is the next. This is the example of the Trunnion mechanism. So this is the Trunnion over here. So this is it for today. Thank you.